take an example. Many questioned our efforts to help save GM and Chrysler from collapse earlier this year. Their feeling was these companies were driven to the brink by poor management decisions over a long period of time, and like any business, they should be held accountable for those decisions. I agree that they should be held accountable, but I also recognize the historic significance and economic prominence of these companies in communities all across Michigan and all across the country. I thought about the hundreds of thousands of Americans whose livelihoods are still connected to the American auto industry and the impact on an already struggling economy, especially right here in Michigan. So I said that if Chrysler and GM were willing to fundamentally restructure their businesses and make the hard choices necessary to become competitive now and in the future, it was a process worth supporting. Now today, after a painful period of soul-searching and sacrifice, both GM and Chrysler have emerged from bankruptcy. Remember, folks said there was no way they could do it? They've gotten it done already in record time, far faster than anybody thought possible. They've got a leaner structure, they've got new management, and a viable vision of how to compete and win in the 21st century. Those sacrifices were shared among all the stakeholders, workers and management, creditors and shareholders, retirees and communities. And together, they've made the rebirth of Chrysler and GM possible. It was the right thing to do. Jobs of the future, by growing industries, including a new clean energy economy, and Jennifer Granholm has been all on top of this as the governor of Michigan. She is bringing clean energy jobs right here to Michigan, and we've got to support her in that effort. I want Michigan to build windmills, wind turbines, and solar panels, and biofuel plants, and energy-efficient light bulbs, and weatherize all our built that, because Michigan, you know bad weather. So you can be all on top of it. Weatherizing. You need to weatherize. I know about that in Chicago too. Placed our bet for the future on education, we have prospered as a result, by tapping the incredible, innovative, and generative potential of a skilled American workforce. That's what happened when President Lincoln signed into law legislation creating the land-grant colleges, which not only transformed higher education, but also our entire economy. That's what took place when President Roosevelt signed the GI Bill, which helped educate a generation and ushered in an era of unprecedented prosperity. That was the foundation for the American middle class. And that's why, at the start of my administration, I set a goal for America. By 2020, this nation will once again have the highest proportion of college graduates in the world. We used to have that. We're going to have it again. We've begun to take historic steps to achieve this goal. Already, we've increased Pell Grants by $500. We've created a $2,500 tax credit for 4 years of college tuition. We've simplified student aid applications and ensured that aid is not based on the income of a job that you just lost. A new GI Bill of Rights for the 21st century is beginning to help soldiers coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan to begin a new life in a new economy. And the recovery plan has helped close state budget shortfalls, which put enormous pressure on public universities and community colleges. At the same time, making historic investments in school libraries and classrooms and facilities all across America.